Welcome to today's Seidokan Saturday. Nanaban, yakusoku number 7. Seidokan basic number 7. The basic technique. This actually comes out of Pinyan Shodan from here. Okay? So it's sort of reversed for a wrist grab, but let's do the basic first. So punch comes, hey, we're outside. Now I swing my hands this way because again, if it's a street punch, I want to be sweeping that across. It might also require some other body movement or an avoidance and then step in. So it may require some other things. But the basic kata version, we step the shiko, double block. From here, I push up on the elbow, which makes manipulating his wrist possible. Drive that through. I take his wrist and push through. From here, I want to pull in and maintain control and contact of the wrist. I don't want to push through and then have to let go and re-grip. From here, once I have this grip, I want my hand to muchimi, stick to that hand. I pull in, that makes this easier to stick to because now his arm's not free floating. When I get to the wrist bend here, now I can come down and press on the shoulder, and I turn and kneel and drive him down. Okay. Go, okay. Hey, lock, press, push, roll, take him down. Okay, that's the basic. So again, now we want to look at, this one's unique, and several of them from here on out are a little bit unique in that we do end up in a finish control position. The difference here is now we're going to apply it to different kinds of attacks, and we're going to say, well, what if? Not only what if the attack was different, but from this position, for example, when he throws a street punch, and I dodged it and gotten here, what if I don't catch it well? If I don't hook this? If I'm just pushing, that can go away, I have nothing. So I have to change that and hook, okay? That's one of the little what ifs that we have to look at. So again, street punch, hey, maybe I duck here, then come over and grab his arm. Now I'm already into that pushing mode because he swung through. And again, remember, public violence, Joe Blow street fighters tend to swing more than punch. It's a swing, not a tsuki as we think. But then again, I'm into this same position. Now, what if I don't want to go to the ground and control him? Well, from here, very easily, we can break the wrist, we can drop hammer, we can bring the knee up before going into the finish. So the extras that come in here, all right? Another extra, even just from the kata version, okay, hey, even from here, I can hit first, right? Come through and hit first, pop the elbow, then roll up. And I'm still using the principles of muchimi, and I eventually get into this arm lock position. So play around with, and the key here, as we play around with the what ifs in between, I never want to lose contact with what I've grabbed once I grab it. Street punch, hey, I may have to start here. Then I can still roll in, and we're into that same position. And again, I can add knees, cross kick, front kick, head kick. I can change the takedown to a knee lock and then press. Okay? Still within the parameters of what Nanaban, Seidokan Yakusoku 7 gives us. Next, we're going to look at a different attack. Now, when I did this in Okinawa, it was really interesting. We were working on yakusoku 7, and I was showing how it could be used here now for a headlock attack. Here. From a headlock, this way. First I have to do several things, possibly, if I'm already in it. If I've let him cinch this down, I've got to do some other stuff. But I'm going to turn my head, maybe bite him in the rib. This hand is going to secure. Now he's got both hands here, so I don't have to fear a punch. If he pulls back and starts to punch, I'm going to shoot this hand back here to control. So whether he's got me ready to throw or whether he's hooked me ready to punch, Either way, I'm going to put this right hand right here at his wrist. Now, he's got me in a throw. First thing we're going to do anytime, this is bear hug, choke, headlock in particular. Don't fear these things, but what has to happen, he's jumped up behind me and grabbed my head. What has to happen is I need to react quickly, and I'm going to secure something, and I'm going to drop my stance. If I'm up like this, he puts his hip into me, he's got a head and arm throw, okay? If I drop my stance, he's got no head and arm throw. The other thing is, see this hand under here, everybody? I can hit, I can pinch, I can grab the whole Megillah right here. I can hit from the front side. If I'm blocking here, I don't have to worry about this hand. I can hit in the front, hit in the front. If I grabbed here, I can come over the top. I've got eyes, nose, philtrum, jaw, pressure points, throat. So all of those things are still in play. From the headlock, immediately stance, secure his weapons, whether that's from the throw, where I can only get here and now I have this hand free to hit him, or if he releases and I have to put my hand over to block. Drop, grab, and then start to work on the pinches, holds, throws, whatever, to distract him from being able to do whatever he wanted to do when he put me in a headlock. Once that's happened, all those things are still true. Hit, hit, hit. He's holding here, hit, grab, pull, scratch, whatever. But at this point, I'm going to step back, pulling my head back and through. Now look where we are, right into 7. Now I may need to do all those other things to get there. Bite, scratch, grab, pinch, pull, poke, prod, punch, hit underneath, squeeze underneath. All of those things are still in play, but my goal is, if I'm not trying to kill him and knock him out, which again, that goes into other techniques. My goal with Yakusoku 7, as seen in how we do it, is control him. Get in charge of his body position and put him down where I can now hold him and go, hey, somebody call the cops. So again, from the headlock, it's not about doing a bunch of headlock techniques, because we can do all sorts of things. I can back heel sit, taking him down. I can come here, bring him down, drop him onto my knee, and hammer. We can do all sorts of other escapes. The goal is YK7. So once I get here, coming out, push through, control, take down. And again, the finishes we can do like before. So that's one alternative attack that fits very well into our paradigm. Let's take a slashing knife. Now, if he's a knife fighter, he's probably not going to make big committed swings. But if you've seen any of the street violence, knife attacks are very ubiquitous in England, in London in particular, because guns are outlawed, so they use knives. So if you go and search knife attack videos, you'll see these guys swinging machetes and all sorts of stuff. The first thing we want to always do is be mobile. If I can get something to throw at him or hit him with, stay at a long range, great. But what I want in this basic is he's going to slash through, and that's on the comeback is now where I have the technique. Here's where it differs. I don't want to shove that knife into my brachial artery. So the first thing I'm going to do once I get here is I'm going to make sure he's dropped the knife. Now I can continue and do my technique. So you don't even want to get slashed hard with a wooden knife, because if he whacks. So I want to avoid that first swing, and as I lean back, maybe I give him a little something to think about. You thinking about something?
Yeah.
You're not thinking about that,
your foot.
right? Second thing I want to do, make sure that knife is gone. Then I can get him under control, take him down, finish. Okay? Again, I may not want to go here if he has friends. If I get here and he has friends, I'm going to break this right now, push his head into the concrete, and get ready for whatever else happens at that point. Same thing with a club, a swinging club. The difference here is range and distance, or a baseball bat, right? If he comes at me with a right-handed baseball bat swing, well, I might want to get outside of that if I can. If I can't, now I have to know how to do this technique left-handed. He comes swinging, I want to come in, no, baseball bat.
Oh, baseball.
Hey. I want to come in here. Now I've got this side, and I can do my technique on the left-hand side. If he's one-handed swinging, I want to get, whoa, out of the way. Now again, I can come in. I can't get this, oh yeah I can. As soon as I bent his wrist, that's going. And again, I can break, take him down, plant his face, finish. I really like, as an alternative to a full face plant, hook him, turn him under control here. Because now I have a good control position if I were going to arrest him or some such. That's fun, isn't it? Shake your hand later.
Oh.
Okay. Arigatou gozaimasu. So just some ideas of how to look at other attacks. We could take the same idea. Oh, I meant to do this one also. This could be coming as an overhead swing, which we kind of addressed with Goban, with number 5, as he comes in with the overhead swing. I might double hand block it here, and then again, that same manipulation can come through. Okay? So a variety of possible change of attack scenarios to make it what we might face on the street. All right? He's got a lapel grab. I might try to stretch him first. Then I can come in. He's got an arm choke. I might stretch him first. Then I can come in. And I have the same concept and techniques. Okay, I meant to cover that as well. So look at the different attack scenarios. Don't get caught up in how to defend against that attack specifically. Get caught up in how to adapt Nanaban to deal with that attack and ultimately to get into that locked and held position. Then if you want to randomly work on all sorts of street attack scenarios, play with different kinds of defenses, striking, throwing, holding, locks, combinations, etc. Great, but the goal of this specifically is how can I take Nanaban and make it more, I hate the term, but until I come up with a better one, street applicable, public violence applicable. And when you do that, you'll start to discover a lot more about your own technique and how you can adapt for reality. That's it for today. Thanks for joining. Like, share, subscribe, do all the things. And until next week, most importantly, as always, let's keep practicing.